This video is for you if Pearson VUE just canceled your Nclex test date. Yes, you guys need to share this video right now. If Pearson VUE canceled your test date, or if they haven't canceled your test date, but you're afraid that they will, I'm going to tell you what's going on. Shout out to the Remar nurses who called me out, said, Regina, this is happening to us around the world. My name is Regina Callion, for those of you who don't know me. They said, you are supposed to be the number one Nclex instructor on the planet. What saith you about what's happening? So I'm coming to you guys this evening. I did Monday Motivation earlier, but you called me and you said, speak to us on this situation. So I have the hottest, latest news about what's happening right now. Why is Pearson VUE canceling people's test dates? Did it happen to you? Has your test date been canceled? If it hasn't, put it up on the screen and let me know your location, because it seems to be that this is happening all over. This is happening all over. So I want to know, has your Nclex date been canceled? And how do you feel about that? Because this is a serious issue. You know, people have been preparing for months. This may have been your reschedule to the original date, because remember, they canceled everybody's earlier in March. And so now you've rescheduled the date and it's canceled again. So we have yes in California. Yes, Shirley says, yes, they canceled it. Ebony, they canceled me in Las Vegas. So literally, this is happening. Yes, in Queens, New York, April 30th. I'm in Chicago. No cancel yet, but yours is in May. In May. Okay. Yes, they've canceled your date. Yes, this is happening all over. Share this video. The exams have been canceled. And so I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about why this is happening. And I just want to start by saying that, number one, this is happening in the Nclex community. Absolutely. Pearson VUE is canceling the nursing exams, but remember, they're also canceling the physician exam. The MCAT is also canceled. So there's doctors right now, they're in your same position. You know, those that have been studying for the MCATs, those that are studying for the GMAT. Pearson VUE doesn't only do Nclex, they do many other disciplines. And right now, everybody is getting the same email that you got, that you will not be testing. You, in fact, will not be testing. And so why is this happening? In short, it's happening because of the coronavirus. I mean, that is the underlying reason why everything is different now. And so what had happened was, there's two reasons. There's two reasons that this is happening. Number one, the new policies that are in place now, where you have to have this social distancing, where you have to have 2 meters between every person at all times. You know, the testing site that you had scheduled for is not able to accommodate it. There's no way that your location can meet the new requirements. And so they have to shut down the entire site. Just nobody can go in there if they cannot demonstrate that they can indeed keep the staff safe as well as the candidates safe. So that is one reason. Okay. The second reason. So the first reason is your testing site is not safe. Okay. You won't be safe if you go in there. So yes, we need nurses, but there is more of a liability if you go in there and you're sitting next to somebody. I took my test in Washington, D.C., and it was a very tight room in there. And there were literally people right here and right here. And so most testing centers probably look like that. And that's why your exam got canceled. The second reason is your testing center could meet those requirements. You were scheduled for a testing center that was large enough to accommodate the social distancing, But the way that they are able to do that is if they cancel some candidates and you just happen to be one of them. So they literally had to go through and say, well, we had 10 people scheduled for this time, but only 3 people can safely fit in here due to the coronavirus standards. So we have to cancel 7 people. And so this is what is happening. This is what is happening. Literally right now, everybody's getting these emails that say your exam has been canceled. Yes, your exam has been canceled. And so this is just the situation. All right. The situation is the testing centers are not safe, or they are safe, but they won't be if you go there. So you don't get to go. Okay. So I'm jumping on here to address that. Now, it says what we can do is, guess what? We can reschedule. That's what they're saying. You have an opportunity to schedule again. All right. And if your ATT is about to expire, fear not, because you have the extension. All right. You have the extension grafted into this whole process. All right. So you can reschedule again. I would honestly, you guys, I would think that if you don't have any test states locally, try another state. If you're willing to drive to another state, if there's some state close to you, because people are saying, my test state, I got canceled. I went to reschedule. There's nothing until August. There's nothing until May. There's nothing until July. So remember, you can take the test anywhere in the country. You can take the test anywhere in the country and have your results sent to your state board. So like I just said, I took my test in Washington, D.C., but my results were sent to Ohio. Okay, my results were sent to Ohio. So think about that as a possibility. Now, this is for people whose exams have been canceled. You know your exam has been canceled because you received an email. They are saying if you did not receive an email, then your exam is still on. Show up at the right time. Show up to the right location. But if you did receive the email, do not show up. Do not come to the location, all right? Because this is what it is. The whole center might be shut down. But yes, so even with the consideration of traveling, we may not be able to travel like we used to because of the coronavirus, right? So the limitations are very, very, they're in place right now. They're in place. So traveling is limited. So another question people are asking, why did this happen so late? Why are they just doing this? My test is tomorrow. Why are they just doing this? I don't know if you guys realize this, but Pearson VUE has been known to do this before. This is not the first time that Pearson VUE has been in this situation. So you guys have to realize that the testing centers, some of them are owned by Pearson VUE, and some of them are owned privately by other establishments, other businesses, right? And so they have their own Pearson VUE center where you can come in and take the test, but Pearson VUE is not directly over them. So this is how your tests could be canceled, but your friends could be not canceled. So it really depends on the location. But going back to my original statement, it has been known for Pearson VUE test sites to completely just, close up, and candidates get this type of email like you're not taking your test like you thought. And there's a lot of reasons. Before the coronavirus, a test center would get shut down if the air condition wasn't working, or if there was construction in the building, or if there's an electrical problem. So this is not the first time that this has happened to a large group of people. And I like the question, why they couldn't just find a bigger place. I hear you. But again, they're saying this happened last minute and they are just now finding out. So they are telling us It's getting dark. So they are telling us as soon as they're finding out. This is news to them, and they're saying that this is why this happened, okay? So you may be receiving an email, if you already haven't, that your test date has been canceled, but we have to keep it in mind that, hey, okay, we just have more opportunity to study. We have more opportunity to, focus on our weak points. I know we have the ability to still stay consistent, still stay accountable. And I just want to say there were 300 people that signed up for the virtual trainer. We got all 300 packages out today. All right. And so if you're in the virtual trainer, you have 90 days. That subscription is 90 days. So that's until July. That's until July for some of us. So you have time. Do you need to go ahead and reschedule? Yes. Reschedule as soon as possible. Reschedule as soon as possible. And again, that may not be till June, that may not be till May, but go ahead and grab that date because it is there available. And check back frequently because we never know. They can open up a testing center. They can figure something out so that more people can test more frequently. Someone says, I didn't receive an email. If you didn't receive an email, your test date is still on. This is for those who've received the email today. There were many people who received an email today. And so I'm coming to address, and I know it's so tough because now who wants to study for this test? And then, eventually you could receive, who wants the stress of that to study for this exam? And then 2 nights before you get a notice that it's canceled. And so, this happens, but is there anything that is too hard for you? No. Is there anything that can separate you from this goal? No. So we have to keep that mentality, guys, whatever it takes. So now we got to be delayed. We are delayed, but we're not denied. Okay. We're delayed, but we're not denied. And so hop into the virtual trainer, remarnurse.com. I'm going to put some stuff in there tonight just to keep us studying. I just brought the VT, awesome program. Excellent. And so I'm just going to be adding more stuff because now you guys have more time to study. That's all it means to me. So get back in the virtual trainer. Don't let it stress you out too much. You guys now have the knowledge, the education, and you can share to let others know, hey, our test date is canceled. Coronavirus is messing up, my monthly plans, but it's not going to affect my future because at the end of this, I'm still coming out with a license. And so that's the mentality that we have to have, okay? Delayed, but not denied, all right? So future is still in your hands. Don't let this be a discouragement. You guys have overcome harder things than this, okay? So I just wanted to come on here and just speak to the current situation. I like to be on top of things. I like to drop the hottest Nclex news. And so this is just what it is, guys. Tell somebody that no matter what, nursing is still the #1 profession in the world. Hey, and no matter what, we're going to get in there. All right. So Laura says, I guess I have to go back to the VT. Yes. Meet me in the virtual trainer. Yes. Everybody all over. Texas canceled, New York. Where else did we say? Florida. All right. And so this is happening for those who have relatively close test dates. All right. And the testing center just cannot get it together in time for your test. So they canceled it. All right. So perhaps if you're scheduled out for May or June, your test date is going to be secure. All right. So that's what's most important. I would say make sure that you have a license. All right. Make sure that your license remains your priority no matter what else is going on. All right. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. I hope that you have a good night. Share this video because there's somebody that is reading their email right now and they have no idea why this is happening to them. And, I don't want them to take it as a sign like, oh, this is my sign that I shouldn't do this, because it's not that. It's literally just the inconvenience of this virus. Everybody's inconvenience. Pearson VUE is saying, look, this is what it is. All right. So don't call us. Like, we are not going to answer. Well, they're not saying we're not going to answer, but they're basically saying customer service is extremely busy right now. So if you can reschedule, and still keep in the mindset of getting your license. All right. Okay. Keetwan, I appreciate all the nurses globally continue to learn and become something greater. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. The nurses right now are the national treasures. I read today that doctors are not even going in the rooms anymore. Housekeeping, not going in the rooms. Dietitians, not going in the rooms. So guess who is in the rooms with those patients? The nurses. They're doing everything. They have to clean the rooms now. They have to feed the patients, medicate them, physical therapy them, whatever, like all of it now. So my goodness. It's a job. I don't have Pearson VUE's number, and you can look that up. They can look that information up, okay? All right, guys. So have a good night. I love you all. We're going to get through this together. As soon as I hear something, I'll let you guys know. Y'all let me know. Of course, y'all let me know. I got so many messages. I saw the post. Where's Regina when you need her? I'm here. So I will see you guys on the next Facebook Live. See you later. YouTube, Facebook. I love you guys. Have a good night. Bye.